But today what I'm going to talk about is a new product that we launched at Barcelona at Mobile World Congress and CTIA. We actually won an award for Innovation of the Year for that product. But before I talk about the product, I want to talk about shrinkage. Cell sites. All of us today talked about cell sites. So when we built these initial cell sites, they were designed for the highways and freeways to provide mobile coverage with a 2G network. If you remember the initial analog systems and digital radio systems, after that to provide 2G service, which is really a voice-based solution. And the operators, being smart, decided to leverage the same sites as they deployed 3G systems. But as they deploy 3G systems, the cells started to shrink. And you see that it's a function of frequency, it's a function of performance, greater service. We've seen that. Now, as you go to 4G systems and you're looking at LT and WiMAX systems that have much more broader bandwidth, much higher capability and capacity, you're seeing another shrinkage. So basically, the networks are shrinking in terms of the performance and capacity is improving, but the coverage is reducing. So we introduced the Powerwave Picocell in Barcelona. Basically, what we've done is we've taken the macro base station and put it into the form factor of Pico. This is the outdoor Pico base station right here. It's 22 inches by 9 inches and 3 inches deep. It's 15 pounds, even I can lift it. And it's designed to be automated, to be self-provisioned with a SON network. It's industrial grade. It's not got ugly rabbit ears hanging out or things that have loose cable. It's very integrated with the antennas, radios, amplifiers. It has a system on a chip inside it that gives you around 100,000 packets per second. Very high performance, industrial grade, and aesthetically pleasing, something that we heard earlier about the fact that people don't like ugly things sticking out. We actually spent a lot of time working with probably the most difficult district in the country, San Francisco, and we had a little market study with the San Francisco installers and building owners and said, what would you like to be on your building? What would you like to see? Because we understand the fact that you're worried about hazardous radiation, which we don't believe that's the case, but still there's concerns about high power. There's concerns about how it looks on these buildings, and it also concerns about loose connections. So we designed this product literally talking to a lot of the installers and folks like you in the audience who do this day in, day out to see what would be the best solution for you. So in terms of a network architecture, a question keeps getting asked, how does this work with the macros? You got all these macro cells. How are you going to put these pico cells in? How are they going to work together? Well, good enough, the 3GPP standards actually worked on that problem, and they've defined some interfaces, IP-based interfaces, like the S1 interface that connects to a security gateway to the same core network that the macro is. So the way we've designed the Pico is that it really is an extension of the macro, and you have a separate network management system that manages these Picos, but ultimately through a northbound interface, you connect to the same core network that is designed for the macro network. So technically, it's seamless. Now, there are coordination issues in terms of frequencies. There are some customers who wanted to use the Pico on a different frequency than the macro. Then you don't have those interference issues. A lot of customers don't have that luxury. They don't have extra spectrum. So now you got to do frequency coordination. There are techniques associated with that. It actually works better because in some cases, you don't get signal from the macro anyway. So you don't have that interference problem. But if you do, you can think about an underlay architecture where you have some sophisticated macro to Pico handoffs. The other part of this, this issue is as you combine LT and Wi-Fi networks, you're taking the best of both worlds. You're taking something from the enterprise industry that created Wi-Fi, and you're taking the macro, a smaller cell macro, integrating in one, and providing a solution requires carrier-grade reliability. Right now, Wi-Fi networks don't have the best security authentication. The carrier networks, 3G or 4G, don't have the simplicity and the ease of use in terms of deployment. So as we've designed the Picocell network, it really is designed to provide a very reliable, at the same time easy way to access and provide policy control and provide security so that as you as a user can migrate between LT and Wi-Fi and can't see the difference.